This is the 5th annual Concerned Fathers Public Safety Community Event designed to benefit the children of incarcerated parents. And what it's designed to do is to create a sense of safety in the hearts and minds of the children.
Youngest of Stewart's daughters. And Diamond, can you give us your impressions about the event today?
I think it's positive. I've never been before, so I'm kind of impressed. I was kind of excited. I was anxious last night, ready to get here because this is the 5th time and I've never been. I was always like so busy having other things to do, but this time I left my calendar empty. I like it so far. He has entertainment for the children and the adults and food for everybody. I feel like this is a nice event. I'm mad that I hadn't been here before, but I'm glad that I came today. And this should continue, and I'm looking forward to helping out next year.
Tell us your name.
Kenya.
Are you having fun today?
Yes.
What have you been able to do today? What's been the most fun thing?
Art.
Art. What art did you do?
Like I colored the picture, and I drew what I wanted to be when I grew up.
On the African community, we do have a lot of things that are get in the way of fathers being active participants in the lives of their children, incarceration being one of them.
It's personally it was kind of depressing not to be able to see my family and talk with them on a regular basis. So
not a lot of children have a relationship with their father being incarcerated. I see him inside a prison facility, but I haven't seen him outside a prison facility until I was 18. Yeah, so not even for a second. So, it probably would be hard to build a relationship with someone just from the first time you're meeting them being in a restricted facility. And a lot of people won't even give opportunity for the connection to grow because of the situation at hand.
Children feel it most of all. My daughter personally, she was pretty upset about not being able to visit me on a regular basis because we had a pretty good relationship before I became incarcerated. So it affects the children, it affects the community, our families. We need that support.
Jail isn't somewhere you want to go, but if that does happen, there's lots of things you can do to make those people feel like they still have people outside here that'll support them.
Is the mere fact we locked up mean that we cannot or we no longer can be fathers? We said no to that.
Can you tell us a little bit about, because we go back as almost as far along as your dad when he first was in prison. So from what I've been able to see, the relationship that you've been able to have with your father when he was in prison is very unique.
That was really unique.
What was your relationship with your father when he was incarcerated?
Pretty much like it is now. We're really close. I actually live with him now. I've always been daddy's little girl. So, everything's pretty much the same as if he never was incarcerated.
And what helped to keep that connection, because that's really a big issue?
Well, I think pretty much just talking on the phone on a day-to-day basis, like normal questions parents ask, how was school, what'd you do today, things like that. Just staying involved in my life made everything better.
I myself have made a lot of bad mistakes because I had a wrong belief system, found value in the wrong things. And once I examined that and found out that there was no value in the things that I was pursuing, I created a new belief system and did some different avenues, went down a different avenue. And that's why I'm here today, to promote that and connect with the kids and catch them early.
Support everybody that's been through trials and tribulations in their lives, incarcerated and everything, and getting out doing the good things.
It's about the love of children. It's about fighting intergenerational incarceration. It will create a sense of volunteerism and activism in the lives of the children. And man, we stop some of the violence through having events where we bring children together, they get to know each other, and then thereby be less likely to hurt each other.
For our young men, there's the need for them to see role models, see what good examples are of people who are productive and active participants in the community. What does that look like? And role models in terms of what is the role of a man in the family.
Well, this is a great opportunity for men to just get together. This is an initiative that's organized, that's actually being coordinated and ran by men, by fathers. And the whole purpose of this is so that we can establish a strong foundation in working with our children and a lot of the fatherless children that are out here.
My fiance was incarcerated with Stu Anderson, and this is one of their plights. And as you know, with someone incarcerated, you try to, uplift them and get involved in the things that they're involved with, and that's how I got involved.
And you've been working with his daughters to get this event going every year. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Even though he has big visions, and he always wanted this to happen. And so even though he wasn't here, we made it happen. It wasn't as this large or, but it happened.
What's your motivation for being out here today and being involved in this organization?
Well, because I like to help people, and I think it builds the community, and then this is what my father loves. This is his passion, so I help him with whatever he wants.
Our main focus is to assist and help the kids whose parents or parent is incarcerated.
So the more hands and the more minds you have in projects like these, the better the chances for success.
I think events like this and organizations like this, it's essential for us to come together at some point if we really want to cover the city and make it better. It's great if we do things on our own, but you can really see the force and the power in us when we come together and actually complement one another with the things that we do, so that the community sees us as a full front and not these separate organizations with special interests.
Because one organization cannot do it by itself. There are thousands of kids at risk. There's thousands of adults at risk. And if we can come together and tap into and show strength in numbers, we can reach this thing, make a dramatic impact.
Our organization, we focus on returning citizens coming home who have finished their sentences, and we want to make sure that they get housing, jobs, and training.
My name is Michael Johnson. I work with Lifestars Youth and Family Services.
My name is Lewis Copeland. I'm a proud father of 4.
The reason we're here is because this is a fatherhood initiative and event for a purpose of rekindling our relationships with our children. And fathers just reestablishing ourselves back into the community so we can take the leadership roles that we have and establishing a strong model and role for our children to follow on. One of the things I learned to do with them is call them son. And because I call them son, they migrate to me. That's something that they need to hear. I get a lot of love from the youngest because I give them a lot of love. I'm a father, and I'm a father figure to a lot of them. They need that. They may not say that, but they need that. They don't care how much you know. They need to know how much you care. They don't care how much you know. They need to know how much you care.
It's examine core beliefs, examine value systems, and what manner of man or woman they want to represent, and shift paradigms to a more healthy, constructive, positive individual. That's what Discovery Consultants is about.
Designed to raise a group of men that would stand in the gap for God, and stand to be true to God's purposes out here in our community.
Being taken away from the community so much by doing what we did to get incarcerated, now this is our turn, this is our way, and this is our passion to give back to the people.
Time